Hi, today is 8th July 2020 and from today exactly 142 days are remaining for CAT 2020. So in today's session we are going to discuss three questions from the geometry. So you can pause the video and try to solve all these three questions. Okay, now let's start here. The first question it says a pentagon is formed by cutting a triangular corner from a rectangular piece of paper. So there is a one piece of paper which is in the shape of rectangle and a corner is cut. So let me cut this corner. So you can say this is the corner which we have removed here. The five sides of the pentagon have the length 13, 19, 20, 25 and 31. Although this is not necessarily their order around the pentagon. Find the area of the pentagon. Okay. So what are the five sides of the pentagon? I can say, let's say this side is equal to A. Alright, this side is B, this is C, and this is D, and this is E. Okay. So now, as we know, in case of rectangle, the opposite lengths are always equal. Alright. So here, if you observe here, in this case, what is happening? This side is equal to A, entire thing. So this length will be also equal to A. Alright. Look at the laser pointer. So this is also equal to A. So this length, it will be comes out to be nothing but that is going to be A minus D here. So I can write down that this length, it is equal to A minus D. Similarly, this length it is equal to E minus B here. Alright, as this entire length it is equal to E. Alright, so I can say this is E minus B. Now, once this is done, we can see we are getting a right angle triangle. Alright, we are getting a right angle triangle and this angle is 90 degree. So there is a right angle triangle, alright, in which one of the side this is hypotenuse is C and the other is A minus D and E minus B. And you can see that all the five sides of the pentagon is an integer. Okay, so even A minus D is also an integer. Why? Because A is an integer, D is an integer, E is an integer, B is an integer. Why all the sides are integer? Because it is given here. All the five sides are integer. So the difference of any two integer like A minus D is also integer, E minus B is also integer. So we are getting a right angle triangle here in which all the three sides are integer. So it must satisfy the Pythagorean triplet, yes or no? That is Pythagorean triplet. So what are the possible Pythagorean triplet? What are the possible values of C? Alright. Now the possible values of C, it is equal to, like hypotenuse, it can be either equal to 13 or it can be equal to 19 or it can be 20 or it can be 25 or it can be 31. These are the possible values of C. But is there any Pythagorean triplet in which the hypotenuse is 31? No. Okay, there is no triplet in which the hypotenuse is 31 when all the three sides are integer. Similarly, 19 is not there. But what about 13, 20, 25? Yes, there is a possibility. 13. So we know that in case of a right angle triangle, if the hypotenuse is equal to 13, then the other two possible sides are 5 and 12. Okay, the other two possible sides are 5 and 12. That we already know here. So let's start with this particular case. Okay, if I say, let's say the value of C is equal to 13 here. Okay, C is equal to 13. So the other two possible set E minus B, it can be either equal to 5 or 12. A minus D, it can be either equal to 5 or 12. These are the two possibilities here. Okay, now I need to find out the remaining sides here. So in this case, what is going to happen here? Okay, now if you look at here, A is nothing but it is basically the largest side. Okay, the largest side it is equal to A, 31. As it is the length, so I can say A is equal to definitely 31. Okay, so if A is equal to 31, so A minus D, the possible value of A minus D, okay, this is equal to either 5 or 12. I can say this is 31 minus D, it is equal to either 5 or 12. So what are the possible values of D? That is 31 minus 5, okay, 31 minus 5 or 12. So there are two possible values of D. 31 minus 5, it is equal to how much? 26. And 31 minus 12, which is equal to nothing but 19. But the five sides which is given to us, the five sides which are given to us, like 13, 90, 20, 25 here. 26 is not present, but 19 is present. So if 19 is present, so I can say D is definitely equal to 19. So I can say this length of a pentagon is 19. Okay, and 19, that is the case here. So now this is 19. So which means A minus D, it is equal to basically what? That is here, this side is 12. So this is equal to 5. This is equal to 5. Now we need to find out E and B. And what is the difference between E and B? That is 5. If E and B is 5, so we have already identified 3 sides of a pentagon. One of the side is 13, another side is 19, another side is 21. So what are the remaining 2 sides? That is 20 and 25 that you can say here. Which means E is definitely equal to 25 and B is equal to nothing but that is 20 here. So these are the 5 sides of pentagon here. Alright. So that is the only possibility. Now I can say that, okay, what about this case? Let's say this side can be either 20 or 25. But remember one thing, you can try with 20, it can be negated, as well as 25 will be also negated. But the point here is that out of these 5 sides, okay, 2 of the sides, one of them is going to be length and the other one is going to be width. So like A and the other one is E. So the length is going to be the longest value, so A is definitely 31. And after 31, the next possible length for the width, it has to be 25 only. Because 20 can't be the value of E. E is the largest side, A is the width, so E has to be greater than this. So that's why I can take E as 25. Or even you can neglect 20, 25 by taking the values. Alright, so now we have got all the sides of a pentagon. Now the question is that find the area of a pentagon here. So to find the area of a pentagon, what I need to do? Find the area of a rectangle, and from the area of the rectangle, you can subtract the area of the corner triangle here. Alright, so let's see here. What is the area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is equal to 31 into 25 minus area of the right angle triangle. That is half into base is 12 into height is 15. So if you solve this equation, it will be comes out to be 31 into 25 is 775. And 12 into 5, 60 by 2, that is equal to 30. So the correct answer is 745. And this is the answer. So very interesting question, and the clever uses of numbers are needed. So it's not a very difficult one. Doable. I hope that it is clear. Now, let's move to the next question. Now, another interesting question here. It says there is a quadrilateral ABCD, and it is given that angle A is equal to 120 degree, and angle B and D are right angle triangle. So I am marking this as angle A. Okay, this is nothing but B, this is equal to C, and this is D. So angle B and D are 90 degrees, so this angle is 90 degree and this angle is also 90 degree. Angle A is equal to 120 degree. So this entire angle, it is equal to 120 degree. Okay. Now, AB is equal to 13, so the length of AB, it is equal to 13. And AD is equal to 46, so I can mark AD is equal to 46. So how to solve this? Now, always remember quadrilateral. How do we get a quadrilateral? From a triangle, if you cut one corner of a triangle, you'll always get a quadrilateral. So whenever you extend the sides of a quadrilateral, you'll always get a triangle. Alright. So if I extend the sides like this, and the other side will get one triangle. Okay. So now in this case, what about the, let me mark this is equal to E. Okay. Now what about angle BAE? Alright. I'm talking about this angle. What is about angle BAE? So I can say angle BAE, it is equal to nothing but that will be equal to 30 degree. So right, not 30 but rather we can say that is 60 degree. So you can write down this is equal to 60 degree. Alright, so this is equal to 60 degree. This angle is 90. So this angle E, it must be equal to 30. So 30, 60, 90. So if I consider the triangle ABE. So triangle ABE, okay, the angles are nothing but that is 30 degrees, 60 degree and 90 degree. And we know one thing, that in a triangle 30, 60, 90, sides are always in the ratio 1 is to root 3 is to 2. Okay. Opposite to 30 degree, if it is 1, then opposite to 60, it is root 3, and opposite to 90, it is going to be 2 here. Now, in the triangle ABE, if you look at here, in the triangle ABE, opposite to 30, it is AB. So, the length of AB here, it is equal to 13. So, opposite to 60, it will be 13 root 3. My multiplying factor is, you can say 1 into 13. So, 13 root 3, and opposite to 90, it is going to be 13 into 2, 26. And opposite to 30, the side is AB. So AB is 13. Opposite to 60 degree in this triangle, it is the length of BE. So BE, it is equal to 13 root 3 and opposite to 90, which is the length of AE. So AE is 26. So I can write down that AE is equal to 26 here. Okay, the length of AE is equal to 26. Now, you need to consider one more triangle here. So if you consider the triangle CDE, okay, if I consider the triangle CDE, let's consider the triangle CDE. Angle E is 30 degree, that you all can see it here. Okay, angle E, it is 30 degree. Angle D is 90 degree. So I can say angle C, it must be equal to 60 degree here. Okay, so again 30, 60, 90 triangle, 30, 60, 90, I can say. And in 30, 60, 90, sides are always in the ratio 1 is to root 3 is to 2. So opposite to 60, the entire length is nothing but that is DE. Opposite to 60 degree, this is my length here. This is my length. This is opposite to 60, which is D. And 46 plus 26. What is the value of 46 plus 26? So you can add and you can find out what is the value of 46 plus 26 here. So I can say 46 plus 26. It will be equal to how much? 46 plus 6 is equal to 52. 52 plus 20, that is 72. So the opposite to 60, the side is 72 here. Okay. So what is the multiplying factor? Root 3 is multiplied by something to get 72. So I can say it is basically root 3 into 72 by root 3, isn't it? So root 3 into 72 by root 3 is equal to 72. So this ratio, the multiplying factor is 72 by root 3. Okay, 72 by root 3. So multiply here. Opposite to 30, it is going to be 1 into 72 by root 3. Okay. So 1 into 72 by root 3. So opposite to 30. So the length of CD, it is going to be equal to 72 by root 3. That I can say. Okay. Now, we can consider one more triangle. Now consider triangle ACD. So in triangle ACD, we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle ACD, I can say that is 72 by root 3 whole square. So 72 by root 3 whole square plus 46 square. So plus 46 square, and that is equal to nothing but that is AC square. And if you solve this, you'll get the value of AC. Alright. So just do the calculation, and after solving it, you'll get the value of AC as 62. So the correct answer for this question is 62. And this is the answer. So I hope that it is clear to all of you. Alright. Now, let's move to the next question. Another interesting question. Okay. So it says the length of a diameter AB is a 2-digit integer. So there is a circle here. And then there is a diameter AB. So I can write down that is the length is AB. And let us assume the length of AB, it is a 2-digit number. So I'm assuming AB is equal to nothing but XY. And this XY, since it is a 2-digit number, so I can write down this as nothing but 10x plus y. Alright. So AB, the length of AB is equal to 10x plus y. Reversing the digits give the length of a perpendicular chord CD. Okay. So this is a perpendicular chord. I can say, let's say this is C and this is D. And the length of CD, it is nothing but reversing the length of AB, that is yx. So yx is equal to nothing but that is 10y plus x. And since AB is a diameter and CD is a chord, so can I say in this case that the length of AB, diameter, it has to be greater than the chord, that must be equal to CD. Okay, so that is very, very important here. Now, another thing which is again important here, it says the distance from their intersection point H to the center O. So this is the H here. And then there is a center O. So the length of OH, it is a rational number. Okay, OH is a rational number. So determine the length of AB. So I need to find out the length of AB, which means I need to find out the here. So another condition which is given to here, that OH, it is nothing but it is a rational number. Okay, so this question is actually a mixture of geometry and the application of numbers also. Now, so how to find out the length of OH here first of all? Now, we can say for one thing sure, if I join O to C, okay, let me join O to C. Okay, So if you join the length O to C here. So what is the length of O to C? O to C is nothing but it is the radius. So OC, it is nothing but that is basically the radius of a circle. So radius of a circle, so it means it must be the half of diameter. Okay. So I can write down OC is equal to radius, which is half of diameter. So diameter is what? That is 10x plus y. AB is the diameter, so divided by 2. So this is the here. And what is the length of CH? Okay, so the length of CH is again nothing but the half of the chord. Okay, so I can say the length of CH, it is again half of CD, that is equal to CD by 2. So that will be comes out to be equal to nothing but that is 10y plus x by 2. So now in the triangle, if you look at it in triangle OCH, I can apply Pythagoras theorem. So if I apply the Pythagoras theorem, so OH squared, okay, so OH square, which we need to find out, OH square, plus CH square. So CH square is nothing but that is 10y plus x by 2 whole square. And this is equal to nothing but OC square. OC is what? That is equal to 10x plus y by 2 whole square. So now I need to simplify this. So what will I get here? OH square is equal to. So I need to find out what is the value of OH square. So you can see that is equal to 10x plus y by 2 whole square. Okay, minus that is equal to 10y plus x by 2 whole square. Now this equation is in the form of a square minus b square. So a square minus b square, that is always equal to a minus b into a plus b. Okay, so we can say, if I further simplify it, what will I get here? OH square. You can say in the each of the cases the denominator is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4. So I can take 1 by 4 outside here, 1 by 4 into. Okay, and a square plus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. I can see here. So that is 10x plus y plus 10y plus x. That way you can do it here. Okay, or you can take a difference also. So what will I get here? That is equal to 10x plus y. Let me write down, that is 10x plus y, a plus b plus 10y plus x. So a plus b into a minus b, that is 10x plus y minus 10y minus x. Okay, and let's simplify this. So this is 10x plus x, 11x. So I am getting here 11 into 1 by 4 into 11 into x plus y. And from the other side you can take out 9 as common. So 9 into what will I get here? That is x minus y. Okay, so 9 into x minus y. This is the value of OH square. Okay, so what is the value of OH? Now we know that OH is a rational number. So just remember one thing, all of you all. Okay, that the value of OH is nothing but it is a rational number. So let me write it down this equation again. All right, just give me a second. Okay. Now, so OH must be a rational number. So we need to simplify this equation and OH has to be a rational number. So I can say what is OH? So OH is equal to, I can say root of, okay, 11 into 9 by 4, I can take it out here, into x plus y into x minus y. Okay, and this will be comes out to be 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 into root of 11 into x plus y into x minus y. Now, if OH is a rational number, then there shouldn't be any square root sign. Okay, the term inside the square root, it must be a perfect square. So 11 into x plus y into x minus y, it has to be a perfect square. So as we are already getting 11, so it means what? That out of x plus y and x minus y, one of the number has to be a multiple of 11. Okay, now what are the values? X and y are two single digit numbers. That is 10x plus 9. X and y are just single digit number. So we know that x is greater than less than equal to 9 and y is also less than equal to 9. So x plus y, it has to be less than equal to 18 also. And we also know that it is here. And what about x minus y? Can I say x minus y, it is always a single digit number? Because if both the values x and y are less than equal to 9, so I can say x minus y, it is nothing but it has to be a single digit number. Okay, it will be always a single digit number. All right. So, but we know 11 into something, because inside the square root, we know this is 3 by 2, and then I'm getting 11 here. So 11, so out of x plus y and x minus y, one of the number has to be a multiple of 11. X minus y can't, so it means x plus y has to be a multiple of 11. And x plus y has to be less than 18 also. So there is only one possibility, is that x plus y is equal to 11 here. Okay, so I'll say x plus y is equal to 11. So what about x minus y? Now, root of 11 into 11, I'll get 11 outside, so square root sign will be removed. So what are the possible values of x minus y? So x minus y has to be equal to 1 here. And I can say if x plus y, it is equal to 11. Okay, and x minus y, it is equal to 1. So from here, I can say that the values of x and y, it is nothing but 6 and 5. So x is 6 and y is 5. And what is this value coming out to be here? This will be comes out to be 3 by 2 into 11, which is 33 by 2. And 33 by 2, remember that it's a rational number here. Now, some of you might think, okay, what are the other possible values of x minus y? Okay, all right. Now, x minus y has to be a perfect square also. So, even if we are not know that, we say, let's say x plus y, it is equal to 11. So, x minus y also has to be a square. So you can also go for like this one, if x plus y is equal to 11. So what are the two numbers I need to select such that that difference is also a square? So if I select x plus y equal to 11, so I can say possibility it is 9 2, but 9 minus 2 is 5, so which is not a perfect square. Then I can say 8 plus 3, which is 11, but 8 minus 3, it is equal to 5. Sorry, 9 minus 2 is 7. So which is not a square. 8 minus 3 is equal to 5, which is not a square. Then I'll take x and y as 6 and 5. So 6 minus 5 is a square here. Alright. And that's why the only possibility here is 6 and 5. So x is 6 and y is equal to 5. So what is the answer? The question is find the value of AB. And we know that the length of AB is equal to what? XY. So then XY AB is equal to nothing but 65. So 65 is the correct answer. So I hope that it is clear to all of you. So that's all for today. Thank you.